Hello YouTubers and welcome to this video summary of an article I wrote called 10 Ways to Control Anger. Full article is available at my site changewithlove.com, and I will give you the direct links to it so that you can go more in depth if you resonate with the material that is being presented here. So let's start. The first and easiest way would be to simply breathe and count to 10, because when we get agitated we actually stop breathing or we start to breathe in a shallow way. As you know from personal experience, breathing is important. At the same time, as best as you can, welcome the feeling of anger fully and completely. While you breathe, allow the feeling to be present and just try to observe it like you are looking at some scene on television. And say yes to that feeling. Let go of fighting with it. Fully allow it at the moment when you are experiencing it. This combo of allowing the experience of a feeling with breathing more deeply is most of the times enough to decrease the intensity of the anger or to completely let it go. Another way is to take full responsibility for the feeling. Often when we get angry, somehow we naturally assume that it's the other person's situation or event that is responsible for that. So we blame them when in reality that's not the case. The truth is that we just reacted to an outside stimulus and we have assigned it some sort of meaning, and then probably feeling threatened we jump-started our hardcore trying to control mode of operation, which is what anger basically is. And we all know that in the long run this really doesn't work that well. There is another way. Instead of simply blaming outside stimulus, you just fully accept that the feeling of anger is one of many feelings inside yourself, and it's just a sensation being provoked by something. And then you can use any method to release it or let it go, because when you own it, you can do something about it. And if you're on the victim side, if you're in your poor me story, then you are just being pushed around by anger and you're powerless to do anything about it. So start taking responsibility for what you are feeling at any given moment. Third way in controlling anger is to actually recognize and release the underlying want behind the anger. So we need to recognize what the feeling of anger is trying to tell us. And oftentimes we don't really listen to the message. Why are we really angry? Like I said before, it's because we assigned a meaning to some outside stimulus. But what would this meaning be? Is it a reminder from the past, from our childhood, about what or who we are? Does it perhaps remind us of a certain experience from a long time ago, perhaps when we were really young, when we felt helpless or threatened and we swore to ourselves we will never feel like that again? Question the anger and you might be surprised with the answer that you come up with. Why exactly are you angry? The fourth way would be to spend some time in nature, preferably with animals. Connecting with nature is the easiest and most affordable means of therapy, and it really doesn't matter what's the current season of the year because each has its own beauty and a way of relaxing you. So my advice would be to turn off your television and your computer, because you're probably using them just to numb your anger, and you really want to let go of the anger, not just snooze it for some other time. And nature will give you the space that you need to process things and think more clearly about it. So it's highly recommended. The fifth way would be to surround yourself with real friends, and real friends will never lie to you, and they will not blindly hold your side just because they're being your friend and it's a right thing to do. So if they notice that you're doing something wrong, they will help you by explaining it. And listen to your friends, because they can approach the situation that triggers the anger in you in a much more objective way, and that can help you realize what's really going on. A really important thing for controlling anger is not drinking and not doing drugs. They just numb your underlying feelings and really don't solve the problem. The real issue for your anger will remain hidden in your unconscious mind, and since there is no escaping our unconscious mind, you will just be delaying the inevitable. It will only be a question of time when the anger will show its ugly face once again. So if you drink and you're angry, you'll probably lose the inhibitions and decide to do something stupid. So in reality, strong emotion and strong liquor usually don't mix good together. Another way is the way of meditation, and meditation doesn't mean that you need to enroll in a course or start doing some complicated yoga positions. Meditation could be as simple thing as listening to yourself while you are sitting on a bench in a park or near the sea or ocean or somewhere in the field. Meditation is basically done when you stop expressing yourself and start connecting to your inner self, and everyone can do it. There are a lot of techniques and guides for meditation, and you just need to find something that resonates with you. Sleep is really important because lack of it makes us cranky and prone to increase in anger attacks. And each of us is different, so you for yourself know what's the optimum number of hours that you need to sleep in order to wake up relaxed and function normally in this world. And don't complicate things more than they already are. Just trust yourself and listen to your body and get plenty of sleep. Use humor, but don't use sarcasm. Sarcasm is really a hidden form of anger that we use, sometimes directed toward ourselves but also toward others, and we try to mask it as something that is funny. And perhaps it could be funny, but in the long run it's not that good for you. You are looking for a way to let go of the anger, not joke around with it while you continue holding on to it. And if you use sarcasm a lot, it probably means you are just hiding your negativity and aggression beneath it. Just take this for checking and see for yourself. And last, but probably the best way in controlling the anger, also the most difficult one for majority of us, is to forgive everyone from our past. And it's not an easy thing to do, but we really need to do it in order to live a happy life. There are probably people in our lives towards which we hold a grudge, and it's not helping us to try to justify how they exactly done us wrong or how they deserve to be punished. In doing that, we are actually the ones being punished, and we are also the ones administering the punishment. So something happened in the past, and that past cannot be changed, and it's of no use to us to keep holding on to it. We need to let it go if we ever expect to find peace. This is probably the last step towards permanent happiness, and for each of us the realization of its importance will come when the time is just right for us. And that's it. So I hope you liked this little video summary. I suggest that you follow the link to read the full article. You will probably have more benefit in that way. In the article I wrote a review about a great online course that I recommend for a lot of issues, including the ones related to anger. And there's also a book about anger that I highly recommend, and it will definitely help you gain some knowledge and understanding of what's really happening when we get angry, and will also help you in dealing with this issue. So please subscribe and comment below if you found this video useful or you have any questions. And I hope I will see you on changewithlove.com. Thank you for watching.